So guys, we are back once again in Motorsport Manager, continuing on with Season 2, with our career mode, technically, against every other team. That's just a fail. Anyway, my name's Simstorm. We are going to get into the first event of the season. All the pre-season stuff was done in the last video. If you've missed that, go check it out. We were very late working on our parts, so this is our reliability. God, this is going to be terrible. I have a feeling that all the other teams as well will be pretty bad. Last time out, we signed this guy, Oscar Diaz, who is very old, can only go down, but yeah, he wants a long contract, which is strange. But we've got a very good driver. Look at our drivers now. 4th best. We've got Valdez, who is very young, with very good potential. We have Diaz, who is already pretty much kind of reached his potential probably long ago, and is now pretty much in some places better than, well, in fact, that's in some places he is better, but you know, he's just like, Diaz is just going to be a lot worse. Car is obviously 9th best. We'll get into it nonetheless though. I don't know what to expect. I'm going to go for the lowest sponsor. I'm just like knowing that straight away. Okay, so Valdez has the better, well, the worst brakes. Well, Valdez, I was thinking. Never mind. Valdez does have the better brakes, also the better engine, also the gearbox is just so far advanced. It's unreal. Why is he unhappy? The car's looking rubbish. I'm sorry, that's not my fault. We can't design new parts because we're designing a gearbox. Why are we doing that? Don't know why we're doing that. Like, it's probably because it's crucial for a lot of tracks. So that's why we're doing it. Okay, practice has ended, and we're down at the bottom. No surprise there. We were like it last season as well, to be quite honest. But I briefly saw that someone needed a better driver than Oscar Diaz. Well, unfortunately, we needed to rush. So soft tyres, we won't bother. We'll just go that and race trim. If there was qualifying, then we could probably test our pace a little bit better. Speed balance, damn it. Wait, what? What? Never mind, I'll just leave it at that then. The handling is great. Let's put it down there, there we go. No one will know, right. Good stuff. Diaz is starting 5th, we'll have him on super softs, clearly. Fuel wise, we've got 9 laps. Pop it down to 10, why not? Valdez is in 3rd, wow. We'll have him also on 10 laps of fuel, because we don't want to be wasting time, which is what we are doing basically. So we're going to have an attack strategy, attack overtake for Valdez, push and high. I don't want to risk it too much. I'm 5th with Diaz, so as long as we get 12th or above, that's okay. But I don't know about our car, I really don't. Anyways, in we go. Here we are, waiting for the lights to go up. This is the highest we've ever started up the grid, by the way. Probably 5 red lights. Away we go. Let's see how Valdez gets a start. He gets a really good start. Diaz not. He gets an okay start. He's challenging 4th clearly. There you go, 4th place. Well done, Diaz. 2nd for Valdez. Right. Don't want any risks. Don't want any risks at all. Don't want any risks at all. And Diaz has just gone down again. That's great. That is fantastic. But you got past someone and then you got overtaken again. I think this season Valdez again will continue to dominate because Diaz is just falling down the bloody order here. Look at this. Come on, Diaz. Come on, son. Just, what is this? It's like Dembele all bloody over again. By the way, she's not actually being signed by another team, which is actually quite funny. This is what I'm saying. Look at the gap here. This is, it's probably because of the car. That's a reason. It's a probably viable reason also. But you know. Yeah, there you go. It's just like Dembele all over again. Although they were pretty much the same sort of age. But what else could we do? We needed to drive it quickly, so meh. Anyways, Valdez is second, Diaz is 10th. What else can I say? I'm going to start the video when I get into like the part when you don't commentate anymore. Okay, so I kind of made a shit mistake with my commentary. It kind of like, for some reason I quit it. Nonetheless, post-com, we'll do it that way. Well, we can see that Diaz is being swamped by like a lot of cars, probably up to about 17th place, and he's going down quite rapidly. In fact, I say that he just goes up another couple of places. So, you know, he's kind of on 50% tyre wear currently. I'll think of pitting him quite soon. In fact, I'll probably pit Valdez, but Valdez was in second there, and now he's up to third, down to third, sorry, and Diaz has climbed another place as a result. He's still getting swarmed by 11th, but then at this point I decide to pull Valdez into the pit lane and change his tyres, fill up with fuel. I was kind of wondering whether or not to pit him, but then I kind of like, I don't know why I clicked cancel. Probably because of a mistake of some sort. But yeah, I put him on the soft tyre, or the super soft tyres like he was on before, fuel him up for 8 laps, and think about repairing some parts, but then I think against it because all of them seem to be in good nick. And yeah, we're just going to end up pitting him on a balanced pit stop strategy. We don't want to risk anything. We're kind of like third at the moment. We're very high. And also I pit Diaz in on the same lap as well. In fact, I go with a different strategy. I fuel him all the way up. He's on the soft tyre, so he's going to go a lot longer on that. I also fix his gearbox because those parts are just going to degrade constantly. So in fact, he's got the worst car, so that it makes sense to repair the parts. Both of them are very equal with their tyre wear, so that's why I have to pit him in on the same lap. And it doesn't always go to plan, does it? Because you can see Valdez in the pit lane now, but look at Diaz, he's coming into the pit lane. And yes, that means that, well, we're going to have to double stack. That's going to lose a load of time for Diaz. Valdez had a bad stop, and Valdez and Diaz have had a bad stop, so basically that's kind of worrying at this stage. We don't want poor pit stops. We had them last season, but freaking hell, it just needs to stop, man. God's sake. Well, Valdez is in 14th place, 2 off the target for us. Getting swarmed by Chu in the Dragon car, I think it is. In fact, he's just climbed up to 11th place as a result of pit stops, so he's technically, for the moment, in 11th place. Bang on, well, near enough bang on the target there. But yeah, it's not great because, like, at this point, brakes. So we're going to have brakes repaired at some point. Just skipping to lap 13, oh great. We have part warnings for Valdez, which is basically the kind of crap thing for us. Our parts are so unreliable, it's just ending in a disaster, basically, for reliability. Which I don't understand, really. Like, we're doing so well, but think if we removed all of that kind of faulty parts, we could get somewhere. But then, if that wasn't enough, Diaz's engine decides to, like, kind of fail, so we have to pit him in. Because otherwise his engine is just going to blow up and he's going to retire, and we don't want that. We want as many points as we can get, so I decide to fuel him up for 7 laps, repair his engine, go for a fast stop to hopefully jump a car ahead that has overtaken him. At some point, 6th place, engine is not good for Valdez, you see. It's not even halfway in the race and things are going so wrong already. Things are just going down. Valdez is kind of like fending off El Sadat for now, but basically he's not going to close on 5th because 5th is quite far ahead and is kind of like ahead of us with tyre wear. In fact, the best kind of tyre wear in the top 10, possibly. In fact, it is the best in the top 10. So now I decide to pit in Valdez. Whether or not to go for the soft tyre, that's the question here. Is Valdez more of an attacking driver? Yes, he is, but then do we really need the conservative like tyre? And we do, because they're going to go 14 laps maximum. But I'm pretty sure another lap won't hurt. at all. We're halfway through the race. It's literally 16 laps till the end. I think we can do it on those set of tyres, provided no more reliability issues like hit us. Meanwhile, 19th place has Diaz in it, quite far off the pace. But a couple of cars are in the pit lane. Hopefully he'll get a couple of positions from that. At this point, you know, it's just, you've got to knuckle down and just keep going. Fifth's got an issue. You know, everything's just going bad, but then the cars actually close up. Valdez and Diaz are within a couple of places of each other, which is kind of good. Until Diaz gets a bloody issue, and I have to fix both cars. And look at that, that's gonna hold us up even more. Another double stack. It's a double stack disaster. That's what our race is. These two drivers and the cars that kind of degrade. It kind of like one part fails at exactly the same time. That's when we kind of like have issues. And we're looking at more reliability issues with the engine, once again, of Diaz. We're going to end up making like 20 pit stops just because of like parts. Look at all them orange parts. I just fixed like 2 parts. I'm not bringing him into pit lane. In fact, I fixed 3. I'm not bringing him into pit lane just to fix 1 part constantly. The more parts to get fixed now, the better. It's just 4 laps till the end, but you know, what can you do? Not very much at all. Now have to pit in Valdez. And then I think against it, I think he can go to the end. In fact, he can. There's 3 laps left. He's got 50% tyre wear left. And he's looking strong for a high finish. But, you know, his engine's going, his brakes are kind of going, his wing's going. But then I decide, you know what, what's the point? I'll just fix 1 part, which is the critical engine. At this point, Diaz is in the pit lane. If you can look and see in the pit lane, like, Diaz is just like kind of so far back he can get out way before Valdez gets into the pit lane, so that for the first time we're not having a double stack for once. There's loads of retirements, possibly due to reliability issues. Now Valdez is going to drop down a couple of places. He's now 10th. He's 10th, so that's good. We've got 3 laps left, and we're at the end of the race. Valdez is here battling for 11th place, because 11th place, Vannanen, is right on the back of him. And hopefully he can get straight away to the finish, and he can, because Vannanen has to let a car through, which is a bit stupid. But nonetheless, 10th for Valdez, 15th for Diaz. That's an okay result. I'll take that result any day. It's just better than what I thought. Despite the reliability, despite 5 pit stops, we managed to get in 10th place. We pitted more times than anyone else. Literally, our drivers are on 5 and 4 stop stops. That's way more than what the field did, and we got some good results out of it, which is good. Although we could have got higher. Never mind. End of race now. Checking the cars. We won't break any rules. Valdez gets 11 points and 6 points for Diaz. That means we get 17 points at the end of that one. Valdez is 10th, as always, and now we're 8th in the championship. 17 points, not very far away at all from the mid-pack. And hopefully from this race it'll go up for us. I don't want to have issues again. But just to finish off, we're going to develop some more brakes, taking kind of the safe approach to it. 550k going out of our bank, but you know, it's worth it after all. We need the brakes, because the brakes are pretty bad. We just developed a gearbox, so you know, there's nothing else we can really do. Our suppliers are really good. Our value car was 13.5 this season. It was 20 something last season. We did really badly. So at this point I just kind of like set the budget of the car. I really want to start kind of going towards parts rather than invest in the car itself for next season, because we had a good like kind of budget for the car, but then as you can see it's not really paying off. The parts are more important. So at this point I've just now landed with 326k per race without bonuses, so that's a hefty amount. I think I'll switch the strategy when we get near to the end of the season in terms of like budget. But our next vote, wow, we've got a removal of the Munich GP, which is the race next time out. And in fact, I do make a mistake in the next one saying it's the Ardennes GP. It's not, it's the Munich GP. But we're just scrolling through a couple of these like votes, and the refueling ban seems to be quite promising for us. It just knocks down our costs. And it's just, I don't like refueling, it's annoying. It makes your pit stops longer. But you know, we've got the Munich GP up next. Hopefully we can improve our results. I hope you have enjoyed, everyone, this episode of Motorsport Manager. Please give me a thumbs up if you have, and subscribe to the channel for more content coming from this game. I have been the SimStorm, and I shall see you all next time.